As you can see, I've got a basic sketch going on. Some white, some blue, and touch of black and some red. Black and blue added, red, even red has to be there. And drop in some beautiful nice little sky. I'll save this, I'll map out my highlight part of the sky. Okay, so this is going to be highlighted. I've added some water and that will make the paint flow. And I've got some mountains there, some water, some over there like that, because water is the reflection of the sky. What you have in the sky, you get it in the water. All colors. Now I have to go back quick and drop in the highlight part before this one dries completely. And we'll have a moon over here somewhere, not at the center, somewhere towards the right. Now the soft blue color, I'll drop in the highlight part of the sky. Let that go all the way like that, and we'll have some floating clouds, some floaters like that. Just dropping in some basic color like that. Let that get blended. Gives us a soft, nice little sky with a very soft gray color, and that gray color is tinted with red. I'll come over here and drop in some basic shape of a moon, and make sure that this is not one dead color. Like that. Let's feather the edges by going into the moon. You can also add a crescent moon, that's fine. Nice. Now with a soft purple color, I'll drop in some hills back there in the distance. I'll drop in over here. This brush cuts the edges so perfectly. Okay, something like that. The soft blue color, I'll drop in the ocean or a sea, whatever, basically water. That crash over there, this one comes over here like that. Now with some blue, black, red and brown, I'll drop in another cliff like that, and then nice pure black and brown and red, no blue this time. Some stones or rocks like that, just basically laying in the shapes and colors. Let that go into the water, mix all sort of shapes like that, curved edges, sharp edges. Just want to have some variation, varieties of stuff. Now I'll go in and add in some highlight to the moon. Just let that bounce around like that, and we'll have some floaters, clouds coming across like the very soft peach color. I'll drop in some highlight to this cliff. Shape your cliff or mountains like that, and this establishes the number of things, and as they come forward, the light source is going to get dull. Let's go ahead and highlight this. Maybe it's not going to be that bright, just laying in some basic color some purplish brown. I'll drop in the final highlight like that, and this, as you go more into the highlights, the lesser you're going to paint, because highlights are not going to be everywhere. Then something like that. Okay, and this mountain has the least amount of highlight. Maybe get some over there at the bottom with some black, blue and yellow ochre. Let's drop in some trees. Maybe they are pine trees. Just scrubbing in the paint, and make sure you add the mist between each layer, between those two layers. What that will do is that will add some separation in the painting, and it will make it look very natural also. Now I'll add in some mist and look at the magic. Throw some color in, white color basically, to add in the mist, and look at that effect. Add in more of water. Something like that, nice. And you can mix it with those trees and blend them together. With some blue color, I'll drop in some clouds. Then they come over there. Take up the light color from the moon. Add in some water. Just, going like that. I'm exaggerating it, but that's the way I'm doing. Some over there, like that, and then maybe some over there. Just laying in some basic shapes like that. Then some thick clouds over there, very big ones. Just go in and add in some highlight to these clouds. Be like that. Some over there. Don't want to go too crazy. Just over here and there. That's more than enough. The soft gray color. Let's drop in the highlight of this. Just basically laying in the shapes. Maybe it goes off like that. Another one comes off like that, maybe. Don't want them to be symmetrical. Now with an extreme highlight color, let's drop in some rocks. Make sure you go above this shadow. Something like that, and we'll have something like that. Make sure you have all those cracks and stuff. Make sure each rock is unique. Look at that, the moon is there, so the highlight is going to fall somewhere over here, like that. Now I'll grab in some brown. That there, and you don't want the highlight to be everywhere. I keep telling this. Now with water, I'll just go in and blend them out like that. Let them get that bluish cast because of the sky and the water, and some water might hit the rocks, so they'll turn blue, and that's okay. With some lime yellow, white and brown, let's drop in some highlight to this rock. There. Just a highlight or a two. Maybe it's coming like that, and then at some places it's very thick, at some places it's very thin. Maybe like that. With some pure white color, I'll drop in some ripples. Just below the moon, we will have the eye of the wave over here. Something like that. Let that fade off. Some ripples and stuff. These watercolors tend to dry very fast, so make sure you use water. Okay, something like that. With some white again, I'll drop in some highlight in the water. I have to do this real quick. Of that color, throw it in over here. And I'll take in some white and just drop it in like that. Just a ripple or two. Let's drop in the eye of the wave like that. And now with some blue, we'll treat that blue as a mid-tone color. I'll drop in some highlight to this wave like that. It comes off all the way. It's a rolling wave. Don't want it to be so thick. Take in some blue and add it over there. Look at that. Let's come over here and drop in a rock. Maybe I'll add in some white to it. Okay, like that. Make it very uneven. With a soft charcoal grey color, let's drop in a tree, a pine tree. Maybe it's going to come off like that. The one like that. Maybe a lot of gap. Then maybe like that. You want it to be symmetrical. With my filbert brush, I load in some black, brown, red, and some blue. Okay, let's come over here and drop in some leaf action like that. Just tapping it very softly. And in some water. Give all those negative spaces like that. Skip some spots. With least amount of paint on the brush, I'll drop in some highlights to this one. Don't want to go everywhere. Skip some spots like that. The lighter you touch, the better texture you are going to get. Now let's add in the final highlights to these rocks and make it very cracky. That's it. Just least amount of highlight. I'll add in a highlight to this tree trunk. With this, we come to the end of the painting, and thanks for watching.